Greetings. Greetings. I'm Reverend John O'Toole, and welcome to the 30th, last time was the 30th. This is the 31st show. So, welcome to the FaerySpeak, where the fairies speak for you and me. How about that? You could be watching this show 5 years from now and it's still speaking to you. It's just kind of interesting how it works that way. I'm using tarot cards, and they're from Brian Fraud's Fairy Oracle. And you can find that on Amazon, I suppose, or you can check with your local bookstore or metaphysical store and they can order it for you. Or you can look through their books and tarot cards and find a tarot card set that resonates with you. It's very simple. You put it towards yourself and you see if it draws you to it. So I'm sure there's a technical name for it. It has something to do also. You can do the same thing with minerals and vitamins, is that you can roll on the feet and hold it a certain distance and pull it towards you and pull it away. And if you tend to roll forward towards that vitamin or mineral, it means that your body might be looking for that at that particular time. And it's a similar energy with crystals. Have you met your fairy lately? Everybody has a fairy. It's just whether or not they choose to remember them or not and acknowledge them or not. Often they're like childhood friends that they've been taught to ignore. So my suggestion would be to sit down with a pad of paper and a pencil and draw the first thing that comes in your mind. Do you have it yet? In the Fairy Oracle card, they give you a card for you to draw your own fairy. Of course, this is blank because I don't have my fairy driven. I do have a card with my fairy on it, but I wish you not to copy me. So, perhaps someday you'll share them with me. Perhaps you'll do your own video at CTSP and you'll show a picture of your fairy. So, we are going to draw some cards and we're going to read the energy of the cards and see where it goes. Boy, it's been a while since I did the 30th show. So it's been a couple of weeks. I did a pretty cool show for Memorial Day, and actually they can play at any time of the year. And we went down to Agawam Military Cemetery. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Even if you don't have a loved one there, it's well worth going and spending some time there. They have a lot of unmarked, a lot of remembrances of soldiers that didn't return in their physical form. And the whole place is just laid out beautifully. It's well worth experience. We went on Mother's Day, which may not have been the best time to go when you're wanting to take photographs and video, and we put in some other stuff, some pictures from DC's memorials on Washington, D.C., and some different pictures from different places. So I think it came out pretty good. It's hard to pick music for it, but I think the music is alright. And, you know, try to watch it, whether it's on YouTube or at CTSB or wherever you might be watching it. Give it a look. I have a couple of cooking videos come out. One's for making elderberry syrup, which I think we could probably be a good idea to have it for the summer too. These days things are just crazy out there. And some other stuff. You know, keep a lookout for videos coming from me from different angles. They're not all about fairies, although they are all about fairies, but you know what I mean. So we're going to draw 6 cards, and we're going to see where their energy falls, and we're going to have some fun. I don't hear anybody yelling about fun back there. Where are you? Shout out where you are calling in from. Calling in from. How about that one? And we're going to try this one. And this one. Doo-dee-doo. Doo-dee-doo. Do-de-do-do-do. Do-de-do-do. 4, 5. Not that one, not that one. I don't think so. Maybe. But, could be. Might be. This one. There we go. 6 cards. Oh, let's see what we got. Which should we start with first? Should we start with the last one or the first one? I don't know which one's the first one. Actually, the first one and the last one are next to each other. We are going to start with this one. Look at that, right out of the bill. We have a reverse card called the Sage. Number 19. Look at that. The Sage. But this card was in reverse. And it looks like a root system to a tree or a plant. In fact, it very much looks like a root system, or maybe like a... By the way, I added a new skull for our scene. I have a jade one, but I think one of my kids borrowed it. As they say, they borrow things. So we have number 16. Number 19, the Sage. The Sage. Wisdom, hidden knowledge, retreat, old age, and patience. Huh. Well, that's an interesting card to start off with. But this card was in reverse. Artificial or inappropriate boundaries are set between different aspects of life. Inappropriate boundaries. Are set between aspects of life. Huh. Well, we'll have to read the next card to see where we're going with this, won't we? Let's try this one. A singer card. I don't believe we've pulled this singer card. Not for some time, anyway. This one is the singer card. Very pretty card. All the singer cards are pretty. Yep. But this one was in reverse, like this. And it looks like the base chakra with the energy going up through the chakras. We will put this one over here. Just angle, see if we can get our angle better. There we go. Number 6, the singer of connection. Spiritual connection, karma, balance, and empathy. But this one was in reverse too. Are you Earth? Are you centered? Are you connected with Source? See? It was very much like I said. It looks like your base chakra. Now, if it was a vertical card, that energy would be up here, and that energy would be flowing straight down through all your chakras down into the earth energy. But this particular card is in reverse, and it is actually the opposite. But it kind of dissipates someplace right in here, which kind of goes back to the first card, and the first card was about inappropriate boundaries, and that's affecting our centering and being grounded. I recently had this discussion with somebody else who had friends over for the weekend, and she was particularly ungrounded 100%, and she felt out of control. So that is interesting. So this is suggesting, and there's a lot of reasons I can see with the energy going on in the world right now that you don't really wish to be connected with anybody else or Mother Earth or Gaia above. But in order to maintain your own personal centering, you need to maintain that connection, flowing the energy all the way through from all that is above to Mother Earth below. And below does not mean hell. Below means Mother Earth, the ground you wish you walk on. Let's see who else we have. I want this one. I want. Oh, this card you'll like, because you might think this looks a little bit like me. Number 22. The The Master Maker. Are you ready to see the fairy card that looks a lot like me? Are you ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this. This card was vertical. Here we go. Can't you just picture it? Yeah, let me bring it in closer there. Yep. Now you've got that image stuck in your head. I think he's kind of cute looking. That's my impression. The Master Maker. Skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. If this card was in reverse, it would be shoddy craftsmanship is a problem. But this one is vertical. The Master Maker. So just taking those two other cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've moved up into this level of mastery. Skill, craftsmanship, magician, and moral strength. I think that's pretty awesome, don't you think? It's very awesome indeed. Number 2, another singer card. That's interesting. A stasis. This one's also in reverse. There we go. Very pretty card. Of course, not as cute as my card, but very pretty card. But this one was in reverse, like so. See all that energy down in the root chakra? Again, just like the other one. We need to work on allowing that energy to flow, staying centered, and matching that energy going through your 7 chakras. And you could choose the direction. You want the energy to flow down or you want the energy to flow up. I kind of think you want the energy to flow in both directions at the same time. Kind of like alternating current. Like a car battery is direct current. Electrons only flow in one direction. In an alternating current, it's flowing in both directions at the same time. And that's kind of what you wish to have going on with your chakra. Energy from above flowing down through your chakras into the root chakra, into the Gaia, and down into the earth. And energy from the earth flying up through your root chakra, up into all that is. I think you can almost see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's actually, if you look at it at a vertical position, you can see the crown chakra, the third eye, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra. And then, of course, there are other ones on the hands, too. That's very interesting. Take a look at that. Imagine the chakras going through your body. But this card was in reverse, so remember that most of the energy is still around the root. And that's something that I think that we're going to be working on in the next week till we return the next time. This is that one that I have trouble pronouncing. Oh no, this isn't that one. The one I have trouble pronouncing is the one with all the F's. So this is Geo the Slowy. Number 43, if you're following along at home, it's that one. It was a vertical card. We deserve a vertical card. There we go. Geo the Slowy. Cycles of time, slowness, waiting, and patience. So much of us want to be in a rush, rush, rush. We want everything now. We're not willing to wait. And you would be amazed if you just take some time. Like, I'll go and sit down in my chair in the living room, and one of my cats will come right over to me and want attention. But on the other hand, the same cat will stare at a particular part of the house for an hour, waiting for a little mouse to crawl out behind the kitchen stove. But if I don't respond to him right away, it's like, you know, what's the deal? If they just gave me another 5 minutes so I can get settled and all be ready for them, I could spend more time catering to Zimba. Is that a good example? I'm not sure. I've noticed that for myself, if I'm perplexed about something, before I make the decision, I give it a little bit of time. And things will become very much apparent. Whereas if I made a rash choice and gave in to the consensus, we're too often making our choices by the consensus and not our own personal belief system. And that's what we need to do, is to use our brain and our emotion, together to create the proper choices of our future. Well, we have one card left. This one reminds me of Figment from Disney. Number 46. The Friends. Probably doesn't resemble them at all, but that's what it reminds me of, is Figment when I was at Disney World. Which didn't really exist outside of Disney World. At least not originally. Number 46, the Friends. It was a vertical card, which is nice to be ending on a vertical card. And there you go. The Friends. Friendship, support, and aid. If this card was in reverse, it was time to sort things out and don't take it personally. But this one was vertical. Friendship, support, and aid. And that falls back to the patients. Get involved. Use your support system. Don't be isolated. Make connections with others, but use connections wisely. Don't connect with others just because you're lonely and you're desperate. Have connection with all that is and Gaia, and bring it all together. And find people that are like you. Not people that you should like because everybody else does. Find people that are like you. And until next time, the fairy speaks for you and 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 me. Ta-ta.